What's up, Geeksters? It's me, Omar from geeksterlabs.com, and today I have a very special video. This is probably one of the first times I've ever had the opportunity to do this, and that is to check out an early mock-up rendering of the next iPhone. So this is a 3D printed model of the iPhone 8. And I received this from a company that I've done business with in the past and I do a lot of reviews for, a Chinese company. And I'm not sure if they want me to mention their name in this video, so if they end up wanting me to mention them, I'll put down in the description below which company sent me the plans for this. So they actually sent me the CAD and engineering drawings and markings that they had for this product. There's been a lot of rumors as far as what the phone is going to look like and what features it's going to have. They told me that the factory where they have their cases produced is actually the same factory that some of the other bigger case companies like OtterBox and Casemate and those other companies that actually do receive the plans from Apple to produce their cases early before the iPhone 8 comes out. This case company that sent me this, they're not one of those companies that I normally get those types of plans, but with their connections with the factory and where they produce this, they were able to get their hands on these plans. So just putting this out there, keep in mind, this is not for sure 100% what the iPhone 8 is going to look like and all its features. Of course, we won't even know that until the actual iPhone comes out. But this is something that they have received and they feel very confident is what the iPhone 8 is going to look like. So let's do a little quick comparison. We'll switch over to the other camera. I'll show you how it stacks up and looks compared to the other iPhone 7 that I have here, and just talk about some of the rumored features that this iPhone 8 is supposed to have. Alright guys, so here we have the 3D printed iPhone 8. And so as you can see, it's a little rough, it's not super glossy or anything like some of those other mock-ups that you may have seen online. Here is the iPhone 7. So right off the bat, one of the first things I noticed with this case, or with this the model here, is that it is slightly larger than the iPhone 7 by a little bit. You can see there, it has a little bit of hangover on the side. It definitely is wider. Let me see if I can match them up perfectly right there. It's definitely is wider on both sides right there. So that really stands out right there. So the thing that the rumored display size that this iPhone 8 is going to have is 5.8, and they say it might have an OLED display. So keep in mind, this is the 4.7 screen on the iPhone 7. The iPhone 7 Plus actually is a 5.5 screen. So this screen is actually bigger, is going to be bigger than the iPhone Plus supposedly, and because it's going to have an edge-to-edge screen similar to like the Samsung S8. And so supposedly it's going to have a complete glass body. Obviously the one here is plastic. And the biggest thing you obviously can tell on the back is the camera. So you've probably seen a lot of these here with the vertical, instead of being sideways, it's going to have a vertical camera, one above the other, with the flash and the secondary microphone in the middle right there. And that's obviously different from the iPhone 7 Plus, not so much because it's horizontal on that one. The one thing I will mention here that it's been kind of a big debate that some leaks are showing and other leaks aren't showing, and the different CAD drawings are kind of mix and matching, is where the home button is going to be. So obviously on this one here, there's no indentation for the home button, but there's also nothing on the back as well for the home button. And here's another interesting thing. Here's an actual mock-up of the iPhone inside of a case, and as you can tell, there's no button or there's no cutaway on the back of the case for there to be a fingerprint sensor. So it may be the case that the Apple finally figured out how to get the Touch ID sensor to be underneath the display, so that way there would not need to be either a sensor on the back or any kind of thing on the front where you would be able to see that. So it should be flush. So if it's going to be a complete screen design, top to bottom, edge to edge, that's going to be a really cool design. Hopefully that is going to be the case. I really hope that does work out that way, because I think that'll be really nice and it'll look really sharp. And so as you can see here, like I showed you the case, hopefully this case doesn't give away who the company is that sent me this. I'm not sure if they want me to tell you guys who they are or what their name is. Like I said, if they do, I'll put in the description and to thank them for sending me these CAD drawings that I have to use to get the 3D printed here. So let's talk about some other things. Supposedly, this is nothing that looks like that's going to show through the 3D model here, is that it will supposedly have wireless charging, which will be very cool. I'm sure it's going to be something similar to like a Qi charger, which has been available for a long time now. Maybe it'll be something proprietary that Apple will come up with, but that'll be nice to have. What I really wish they could do is do wireless charging where it doesn't even have to actually touch like a pad. It would be like a little station, a little tower, a little tiny thing you'd have on a desk, and everybody in the room or around your desk would be able to charge wirelessly. I've seen mock-ups and some prototypes like that at CES, so I know it is possible, and they are out there and people are working on that. I don't know if that type of wireless charging is what we're talking about. More than likely it'll be probably a type of charging mat where, or you know, when it'll have to be touching the mat and it'll charge it wirelessly. So like I mentioned, this is based on leaked design renderings and CAD drawings that was received from this company. Like I mentioned, their factory that they produce their cases in also produces other cases from big companies that actually do receive the plans from Apple. So I guess they work their way into finding out what those are so that they can begin working on their cases as well. But really appreciate them sending this out. And that's pretty much it, guys. There's not much else to say about it. It looks like a piece of plastic, which is basically what it is. But it's really cool to see that the size is not going to be much different. I prefer not to use the Plus. I always like the regular size iPhones. So it's really cool to see that we could possibly have a much larger display than what's on the Plus, but in the same form factor as the 7. So I think that'll be really cool. So if you guys have any questions or any thoughts on this right here, let me know what you think down below. If you think this is BS and this is totally wrong and this is not real, that's fine. Go ahead and post it down below. But I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it. Overall, as far as all the other dimensions and everything, they're pretty much the same. Even the thickness is pretty much equal. Let me see if I can get a focus here. Of course, the 3D printed model is not perfectly straight. You can see how it kind of bows down a little bit too. But the thickness is not much different at all. The biggest difference you can tell between the two, even the buttons are all pretty much similar to both of them. Let me show you right there. They're almost in the same exact positions as before. So like I said, the only noticeable difference is it is slightly larger by like barely. Let me see if I can stack it up again to each other so you guys can see that. So let me see right there. I'm sorry I'm putting my fingerprints all over the screen, but you can kind of see how much of it hangs over right there. And even on the top, it hangs over a little off the top right there. So that's the biggest difference as far as the physical look of the between the iPhone 8 mock-up and the iPhone 7. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or anything like that, post them down below in the comment section. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, click on my face. And if you want to check out some of my other videos, you can click on either one of these clips right here. And I'll see you guys in the next video review.